Okay, super important video. Okay, so UK is one of those countries which is very generous when it comes to giving scholarships for international students, including Indian students. So some of the people I worked at have received 100% scholarships in UK universities, and obviously it sounds very lucrative. However, what you need to understand is that UK scholarship process also works very differently from US. So what I'm going to cover in today's video is one, of course, the most important or prestigious or must apply UK scholarships that you should try out in 2023, and we will also look at how UK scholarship applications differ from US. So preparing that mindset, because if you have not heard of this process before, you may not realize that there are different timelines, deadlines involved, and if you miss out on those chances, then you will not be able to get funding in UK. Okay, so let's get started. I'm really excited about this video. Let's look at the top scholarships in UK that you must apply to in fall 2024. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This month we are talking about how to save money on your applications, and usually I do not talk much about UK, but the reason I'm talking about it today is UK universities do give out handsome scholarships, and some of our clients, what they always do is while applying for US, they also apply to a couple of UK universities as well. So if you are someone like that, you want to explore UK as well, then today is a must watch video, because with these scholarships you can study in UK for free. Okay, so before we begin, if you're liking our video, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button on the channel. It really means a lot. Okay, so coming back to UK, the first thing I want to discuss is the process of scholarship works very differently in UK than that in US, and the main difference lies in US, there are mostly just merit-based awards which the university gives to you directly. There is no separate application for it. So you don't need to do anything extra unless you're applying for Fulbright scholarship or some scholarship like that, which are anyways very few for US universities, So it's mostly you submit your application to the US university, and if your acad profile is good, they might give you some merit-based financial aid. That's all. But in UK, there are a lot of scholarships which the government itself offers to international students, and because of good relationships between Britain and India, a lot of these scholarships are available to Indian students as well. But important difference here is the deadlines work differently. It's a separate process entirely. You need to apply separately to these scholarships, and you need to apply to the university separately. You have to get both of them to get a fully funded education. So for example, if you're applying to, let's say, Commonwealth Scholarship, then you apply to Commonwealth Scholarship separately, and then you apply to the universities separately. And Commonwealth, at some point, once the results are out, they will inform you that yes, you have received this award, but now you have to submit your application decision from one of the qualified universities to which we provide aid. Let's say University of London is a partner university for them, and they willingly fund students for University of London. Then you would have applied to University of London separately, and once you get a decision from them, you submit this decision to the Commonwealth Scholarship, which will now transfer your scholarship money directly to University of London. So that is how the process works. So what students miss out in this is if you do not apply to these scholarships in time, you miss the boat. Most of the master's programs in UK are 1 year only. So if you do not get scholarship in the first year, you can't do anything. You have to bear the costs then. As opposed to in US, you can try to find funding assistantships even after getting an admit. So this is how the process varies. I hope you understand it. Most of the UK scholarship, the timeline or the deadlines kind of start from October itself. Some of them are even August, which you probably have missed, but most of them go from October to January or February of next year. So it's this 5-month window in between which you should apply for your UK scholarships. Okay, now that we understand how the UK scholarship process works, I'm now going to talk about 9 scholarships which you definitely should apply to in UK. They are prestigious, they cover almost everything, and they are really good for your resume. So let's get started. And the number 1 scholarship I want to cover is the Chevening Scholarships. Chevening Scholarships is like, the application opens sometimes in September and closes on 7th of November. So that's the deadline. Interview invites will go out in February and final results will be announced in June. You have to submit your university acceptance in July. Okay, so you apply to universities separately. Now here the applicants must be citizens of developing country and have at least 2 years of work experience. So freshers are not eligible for it, which might be a bummer, but again a very prestigious scholarship for people with work experience. And this is fully funded. It covers full tuition fee, living expenses, as well as return airfare. And a process here is that applicants are required to select 3 course choices when they are applying for the Chevening award, and then they have to be accepted at one of these courses to be eligible for this scholarship. And the downside here again is, if you get this award or if you utilize this award after completing your graduation, you have to return to your homeland. Okay, you have to return to the country of your citizenship for a minimum of 2 years after your award has ended. So which means, as an Indian applicant, if you get Chevening Scholarship after graduation, you will have to come back and work in India for at least 2 years. Okay, next scholarship we have is the Gates Cambridge Scholarship, and here we have 80 full cost scholarships to exceptional international candidates to pursue a full-time postgraduate degree at University of Cambridge. Okay, now the deadline here is the application will open around 4th of September and close around 5th December or 4th January depending on your course. And here the applicants must be citizens of any country outside the UK and admitted to a full-time master's program at University of Cambridge. Funding, it's very handsome funding, covers all cost and pays a maintenance allowance for a single student, which is almost like 18,000 pounds for 1 year. Okay, and for PhD scholarships the award is given for up to 4 years. So it's a really handsome award. And the process here is you have to submit a 500 words essay, resume, 2 academic references. Now here is one downside of this. It's not eligible for MBA, MS in finance and other business courses. It's mostly research oriented. But again, a very prestigious scholarship if you're able to get into Cambridge. Next scholarship I want to talk about is the Commonwealth Scholarships. These scholarships are offered under the 6 development themes, and you have to write a development impact statement in your application. So this is about all development, and the fields include science and technology, for development, strengthening health systems and capacity, promoting global prosperity, etc., etc. By the way, I will be sharing the links to all these scholarships in the description box below. So check them out in detail. I'm covering only the highlights here. You should go through the requirements in detail if you're planning to apply to them. So there are a bunch of scholarships under this scheme, under the Commonwealth scheme, and that you can apply to. For example, it has a master's full-time or a long-distance scheme. There is also a PhD scholarship separately. So check out the ones which are most relevant for you. The deadline here will vary according to the scholarship that you are choosing to, right? Some of them are as early as 18th October. So yes, do check it out right now. And for eligibility, you have to belong or come from a Commonwealth country. So all Indians are definitely eligible, and you must possess an excellent academic record. By the way, this covers full tuition fee, round-trip airfare, gives a monthly stipend of 11,000 pounds, which is almost 1.9 lakh rupee. One-time allowance of 11,000 pounds, which is 1 lakh rupee. And visa fee, it covers your visa fee and also additional financial support for disabled applicants. And the process to apply is you require your transcript, degree certificate and 2 letters of recommendations. Next is the Great Scholarships, which is another scholarship by British Council, available in wide variety of courses including engineering, natural sciences, environmental law as well. Deadline again varies by university program. and applicants must be citizens of a developing country and be accepted to a master's program at a participating UK university. Funding is around £10,000 towards your tuition fee is what they will cover. The process is you have to choose a participating university program and they will have their great scholarship page. For example, this is the Imperial College page, and you will go there and just follow the process and the deadlines for that particular program. Next set of scholarships are more university specific, like Gates Cambridge was specific to University of Cambridge. Similarly, we have something called Oxford Pershing Square scholarships, which is available for, so Oxford has something called 1+1 MBA program, which allows you to combine a master's degree from the University of Oxford with 1 year Oxford side school business MBA course. So if you are pursuing this 1+1 MBA, then you can apply for these Pershing Square scholarships. There are 6 scholarships I believe which are available this year, and deadline is 5th of January 2024. It's also a very well funded program. It basically covers your tuition fee for both the masters and the MBA course, which I think is a big deal, and also pays you good living expenses of around 17,000 Great Britain pounds per year. The process here is you have to submit a complete application for both the courses, and you have to upload the scholarship essay in the funding section of the 1+1 MBA program application by the deadline. So I'm leaving the links again below in the description box. Check it out if you're interested in this 1+1 MBA program at Oxford. Then Imperial College London has its own scholarships, and there are multiple scholarships available here. The deadline also varies according to the scholarship, but generally it's required that you possess an excellent academic record and admission to a master's program at Imperial College London. Funding varies by the scholarship but can include full or partial funding for tuition fee, living expenses as well as travel costs. Okay, next is the Oxford Clarendon scholarships. So here we have 140 full cost scholarships to exceptional international students to pursue a full-time postgraduate degree at University of Oxford, and deadline is December or January depending on the course you're applying to. And of course, for eligibility you have to be admitted to a full-time master's course at University of Oxford. Funding, it covers all the cost and pays you a maintenance allowance of around 17,600 pounds per year. Okay, and the process here is, of course, you need to have an excellent academic record, which I think anyways if you want to get admitted to Oxford you need. So more than 3.7 GPA, a research proposal if applicable in your course, and academic references. Now you are automatically considered for this scholarship when you apply to University of Oxford, so there is nothing to be done separately. So, and how to apply to Oxford University, just follow the guidelines on their website. Okay, so both these Gates Cambridge and Oxford Clarendon are pretty good and highly funded scholarships. And last scholarship we are going to look at is the Felix Scholarship. Felix Scholarship was founded to offer gifted underprivileged students from India and other developing countries for pursuing their postgraduate education in the UK. But it partners only with 3 universities, which is Oxford, University of Reading, and Source School in University of London. If you're applying to any of these 3 places, then you should try for this Felix Scholarship. Deadline is most likely in January, but again can depend on the course and university you're applying to. The applicants have to be from India or any developing nation, have a 3.5 plus GPA, and you have to also demonstrate financial need. So it's a need-based award. And funding, it will cover all your cost, pay you a maintenance or living expense of around 15,000 pounds per year. The process is you can apply to one of the 3 institutes, only one of the 3. You can't apply to all 3 of them. So you have to choose which institute you want to be considered for this scholarship for. And it includes mostly all the courses in these universities except for the medicine courses. And they also require a round of interview, which typically happen in Delhi or Bangalore for Indian students. Process varies for all 3 universities. I'm sharing the link for the scholarship, so please check it out for all the details. And here they will, so yes, the link is different for Oxford and University of London. So please check accordingly. Apart from that, there is also Rhodes Scholarship at Oxford, which is highly prestigious scholarship. But I think its deadline is already passed for this year. It was 1st of August for Indian applicants. So I'm not going into the details here. But if you're checking this video in future, another year, then yes, do look at the Rhodes Scholarship at Oxford as well. So that was my list of prestigious UK scholarships worth considering and applying for. So do try it out, and I hope you get a full ride at one of the UK universities. Now, I'm not going into the detail of the job scenario or the other aspects of UK. This video is just to mention that these handsome scholarships are available in UK, and if you're already interested in UK, then might as well apply to these scholarships. Don't miss the deadlines. Okay, hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments if I've missed out anything, and I will see you guys next week with another video. Take care. Bye bye.